What is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
The
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. This is a bonus stream. I'm going to go over some topics. I want to invite anyone new to the channel. Also, if you're watching this, please like, subscribe, and comment even on the replay. I am occasionally going to do bonus streams. I also thought it'd be cool to bring back my intro just for solo streams, because a lot of this channel is panels and great friends. But when I could do a bonus episode, that's, occasionally I'll bring that out. And I am going to be doing more content on this channel. Being away a week, it really made me realize how much YouTube is part of me. And I really need to talk about entertainment, even if it's critical. Constructive criticism, though. Constructive criticism. I do have some topics. There's actually, after the previous live stream, I realized that I had a lot of topics that I didn't even go over. We didn't even need to, because DL got 500 subs, which is awesome. It's awesome. And I hope you're all doing great out there. If you are watching, please comment in the comment section. And if you have any other topics, let me know in the comment section as well. There is going to be a lot of content on this channel because I am taking this very seriously. We are close to some goals that I don't even want to mention yet, because I want to take this to the next level before the end of the year. And that means a lot of takes, a lot of hot takes, but I don't take it personally. Don't take hot takes personally. And I believe we need more criticism. We need more constructive criticism and not hyperbolic BS. Because that's most of what you get on there. Hey, Rhea, how's it going? Yeah, this is a solo stream. I'm planning on doing these, doing panel streams and solo streams. Ahsoka is really good. Really good, Ahsoka, Rhea. Larry Kwartkwitz. Hey, thank you, Larry. Thank you for joining us. I am going to start... And now, with these bonus episodes of MME, just me, maybe in the future I'll bring one other panelist on. But in a bonus episode, I'm going to go through topics and give hot takes. And these are for clip outs too, to help the channel. The first topic is going to be Guillermo del Toro. And a lot out there say, I just like to hate on Kathleen Kennedy, James Gunn, I'm just a Snyder bro. Oh, that typical BS, which is nonsense. It's not true about me. And I am a huge Guillermo del Toro fan. I think he's amazing. I think he's one of the best of the best. But his recent comments are stupid. A very intelligent man making stupid-ass comments. Basically playing chicken with AI, say, bring it on, and if you like it, you deserve it. And calling a lot of the audience stupid. I think this is not the way. This is not the way to bring people back. And nothing would make me more excited to have Guillermo del Toro with a big blockbuster movie and not just stop motion projects on Netflix back to the big screen. Nothing would make me happier than to have him and Ron Perlman back for Hellboy 3, making the Hellboy movie that he would like to make. But the reality is, even though Guillermo del Toro's movies are fantastic and underrated, not his Oscar bait movies, but those two that get the recognition. But his blockbuster movies were amazing too. But just calling the audience stupid, it makes you feel out of touch. And daring AI, we'll get to his comments. Let me bring them up here. Okay, let me bring up the comments on Twitter first, and then we'll get to the article. And then I have something weird. Oh, OnlyFans. You think I should name it OnlyFans again? Maybe. Well, spoiler warning, Rhea, he made the 500 subs. Now we just got to work on his watch time, which I'm gonna talk to him about. You just need a regular live stream. If it's once every other week or something, he's a busy man, but I'm gonna talk to him about that. And he'll get there. All right, but let's get to Guillermo del Toro's comments. This is an excerpt taken from an article or an interview, and it's out of touch. He's kind of gone full Scorsese, saying superhero films aren't cinema. I don't agree with that either. I'm sure you will be, Rhea. You've been a lot of in the communities first supporter, and I appreciate that too. Hey, Keely Chow, thank you. And if you're just getting here, like the stream for Max only fans, as Rhea likes to say. Ooh, I got a new follower on Instagram. All right, so let's get to the comment, and then I'm going to bring up the article to see if there's anything more to discuss. Guillermo del Toro says, if anyone wants movies made by AI, let them get it immediately. I don't care about people who want to be fulfilled and get something shitty quickly. Well, first off, I like Guillermo del Toro again, but saying I don't care about people with a bad opinion, come on. Now, I do also feel that he's felt burned by the industry and what he could provide by the industry, and constantly pouring his heart and soul into projects and not getting those big box office wins. He's got critical acclaim. I think he's on the best of directors of all directors, but I think he's also showing his saltiness here. I really do. And I want the industry to succeed. I want Guillermo del Toro to succeed. And I feel like there's a lot left in him besides just Netflix projects and stop motion projects, even blockbuster projects. I would love this man to get a DC project under James Gunn. And I think that's a strength of James Gunn. I think James Gunn may be the one to hire Guillermo del Toro ahead of other studios. I think that's a benefit to having James Gunn in the driver's seat of the DCU that he may consider. But also, I do know that Guillermo and James may also butt heads on a few things, because Guillermo del Toro is also my way or the highway. And such strong personalities and creative visions, will they be able to work together? I don't know. But if James Gunn made an announcement that I got Guillermo del Toro for a DC project, whew, all in. But I don't care about people who want to be fulfilled and get something quickly. I have mixed feelings on AI myself. I will say that. But don't Don't underestimate technology either. I think that also puts you out of touch. And it you don't want to be caught by surprise. I think I am not on the AI train myself. Okay. I would prefer artistic vision made by people. But with any new technology, there's going to have to be a middle ground, honestly. I'm sure there is. Yes, Rhea. They took the soundbite. They took the hottest take from the article, and I will bring up the full article now to see what he has to say, to see if we can get anything more out of that. I believe it's from the Hollywood Reporter. I hope I don't have to read the whole article. Let me see here. Okay. Guillermo del Toro talks artificial intelligence. I'm worried about natural stupidity. I don't think criticizing the consumer this much is fair. We'll see. The Oscar-winning director and producer also argued animation remains an artistic medium, despite the impact of computer tools on the artistic process. Oscar-winning director Guillermo del Toro isn't much worried about artificial intelligence and its impact on making entertainment content. It's people that keep him up at night, evidently. People ask if I'm worried about artificial intelligence. I say I'm worried about natural stupidity. It's just a tool, right? The Pinocchio and Shape of Water director said during a keynote address at the Toronto Film Festival on Friday, if anyone wants movies made by AI, let them get it immediately. I don't care about people who want to be fulfilled and get something shitty quickly, he said, arguing that AI would succeed or die based on what people did with it creatively to bring a personal vision to screen. I hope that there is a future where, yes, it is a tool. All tools are abused by people, okay? Unfortunately, where it can actually save jobs instead of cancel jobs. That there is, and I believe there is potential there, if used in a proper way, can actually create jobs too. Create opportunities. Bring things to life that would before be unrealistic budget-wise. You know? I think there may be a future for that. Will we get there? I don't know. But I just think dismissing it altogether, and just saying if people want it, let them have it. I don't care. What if it does succeed? He's also, this is what the strikes are about, right? He's saying let them do it, and what if it is competition for actual people? I don't want to take that chance either. Thanks, Ray. I appreciate that. I might, Rational, I got to see how this stream goes. I'm going to see how far I'm going to go with these topics. But I don't like just calling people stupid. And I think, personally, the industry's got to change somewhat, right? I don't want it to go full AI. I don't want people to lose their jobs. And I know Rhea is a proponent of AI too. But there's opportunities. I think there are opportunities as well. Maybe a movie wouldn't be greenlit. For example, Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy 3. Maybe some things under a watchful eye like Guillermo del Toro, could be used to bring that cost down some where it's actually filmable. You know, that's a perfect example. Guillermo del Toro projects. A lot of his projects, he would not budge on artistic vision, which I understand. But if you were really the one paying the bills for his projects, a lot of them are not profitable. I think they're evergreen content on physical media. I love Hellboy 1 and Hellboy 2. And I really respect a lot of his projects. But if he can do it in an intelligent way and bring down costs, and AI potentially could bring down costs. It's not always about just replacing human beings. These costs for these movies are too bloated right now. They are too bloated. I don't think it's on the writers or the or most of the actors. I don't think it's bloated. But something is bloated with these costs. Exactly, Larry. Perfect comment. I don't think it has to be no AI or all AI. I think there can be a middle ground. There can be a middle ground, and something has to happen with these production costs are way too expensive. I believe there should be more classes on AI in schools. Some offer software development ones for younger ages right now. If a school offered classes for that, they would be ahead of the game, honestly. You can't, I do, even though listen, I'm not a fan, and some of this AI stuff that people were doing with Midjourney, I could tell, and it looks cheesy to me. It has a real plasticky feel. It's a real plasticky feel, but that's not going to be, the next iteration of it is going to iron out all those problems, and you can't necessarily fight against it. I believe for instance, the strikes. I agree with what they're asking for AI, not to be replaced, or if they're scanned, not to use their likeness perpetually and not get any benefit of that. I agree with everything that the actors and the writers are asking for AI. But that doesn't say you can't use AI to the studios. There's a middle ground. Okay. All right, so let's see what else he has to say here. Arguing that AI would succeed or die based on what people did with it creatively to bring a personal vision to screen. Otherwise, why not buy a printer? Print the Mona Lisa and say you made it, Del Toro said during his appearance in Toronto, which was part of the TIFF Visionaries program response by the Hollywood Reporter. I do also think there's some real issues with using AI as the final project because it pulls from the pool of art. It's not just being created out of anywhere, you know. Figure Drawing says, "Oh, Max, sweet innocent Max, you have no idea what's coming." No, I'm saying this is the first iteration to consumers. Usually if it goes to consumers, they have something more advanced already, you know, and they may have sent it out as, you know, at low costs just to to get people hooked, to charge a premium for the advanced stuff. No, I don't underestimate technology, Figure Drawing. I don't. If you're just getting here, please remember the thumbs up the video. More to come on MME. All right, so on Thursday night, Del Toro made a surprise appearance as he introduced Hayao Miyazaki's animated The Boy and the Heron to the first night TIFF audience at Roy Thompson. I also heard I love Miyazaki, and I heard that he's not going to retire again. It's very funny how much he tries to retire and doesn't. A day later, he spoke of his passion for hand-drawn animation, stop-motion animation, and other fantastical worlds. Animation, for some reason, in the West is particularly misunderstood as for children. and not a medium for pure art and pure creation, Del Toro said. I agree with him there. There's a lot of stigma, even in the movie community, on art, on animation, which I really don't like. I don't like. Look at Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse. No, Across the Spider-Verse, the new TMNT, Super Mario Brothers. I personally, if I was going to create a superhero cinematic universe right now, I would go animation as my focus. And then if something pops and gets really, really popular, I'll be like Disney. I will do animation first. And then if it's very successful, very highly regarded, I will do a live action version. But the baseline for my either Marvel or DC or superhero universe would be animation. And only certain things would make the next level to a live action remake or reimagining. And I would like to see differences too. That's the way I would go. And I think there's so much more you could do. And it would I think that would solve also a lot of budgetary problems too. A lot of continuity problems too. I really do. Okay, let me get back. That was a little tangent there. He pointed to Canada and Toronto, where he maintains a home, as having a deep-rooted love for animation, dating back to the early days of the National Film Board of Canada. I wish people understood it's a medium and not a genre. I agree. Totally agree with him here. Some of the most important movies that have been made in animation, he insisted. The horror film master said animation remains in large part hand-drawn, and it's created and produced by humans. Even what we call computer animation, it's not. It's figures that have to be animated, and it's a direct transmission of personality from the animator to the model. In stop motion being the most promiscuous of all that. Del Toro said of people on set playing with toys in front of camera. The Toronto Film Festival continues through September 17th. So I don't think he should be playing chicken with AI, personally, is my take to end that. I do agree with his take on animation as a whole, though. It's not a genre, it's a medium. And I do feel the younger generations don't have the baggage of older movie fans and are very extremely still dismissive of animation. What can it accomplish? For instance, I felt way more emotionally attached to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles than I have in any of the live action versions. And I felt the family aspect to Splinter and the Turtles as well. And that is why it's one of my favorite of the year, and I believe my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, even though it didn't have Shredder. Or barely Shredder. Spoiler. Barely had Shredder in it. But that's why. So I thought that was an interesting topic to start the show. Hey, Voltaire. I'm doing a bonus episode because DL got 500 subs early, and I have all these topics, and I'm bringing it to YouTube. I'm getting where I want to go with my goals, and my weights are there. The curls for the girls, like Voltaire likes to say. Okay, I'm gonna start working on my goals again. I was down, but I'm not out. All right, let me get to some comments in between the next topic. Okay. Do you watch Invincible? Yes, I really liked Invincible. It was a very good show. I didn't watch the special episode, though. I should. In a practical sense, the only downside to AI art is bad AI art. That said, there are a lot of people who are trying to pass off AI art as their own non-assisted art. Yeah, unfortunately, that people misuse tools. People are the problem, and studios are the problem too. I love the kinetic animation style and 90s style character designs for a lot of the humans. A lot of those classic 90s commercials, yes. Yeah, thank you, Figure Drawing. Mutant Mayhem, there was so much emotion with the characters this time. And I like that it was played by literal teenagers, and everyone Voltaire everyone dislikes Seth Rogen, but he's the one that said you're not filming these teenagers separately, you're filming them together, which is a sound engineer's worst nightmare, they said, but really helped with the banter of the turtles. Oh, your comment was about the turtles. Okay. He's not the worst, Voltaire. He's not the worst. Okay, so now for hold on a second. Now for something weird. Something weird I know I noticed when I was going into StreamYard. And I hope he doesn't care that I'm showing this. When I was going in the StreamYard to delete old content to make room for new recorded content, I came upon this from a certain Crazy Joe. And it's perfect. It's very funny. I was like, what are you doing, Joe? And I didn't have the heart to delete it before I showed you. Look at this clip from Crazy Joe. All right, hold on a second. Let me share the audio. All right, here we go. This is just randomly in my StreamYard. I'm like, what the heck is this? There's 4 Crazy Joes. Wait till you see.
Hello, Twitter. We are getting weird. We are the board. Resistance is futile.
What is that at the end? Now, Joe, how can you leave this in my StreamYard and not expect me not to click? I saw this icon with 4 Joes, and I'm like, what? And I think it's titled Getting Weird. Let's get weird.
Hello.
Okay. Enough. All right, that's... Hey, Obi-Wan. How's it going? Hive Mind Joe, yes. Yes, he's going to save DC that way. If he becomes the Borg, if Joe became the Borg, he would make multiple copies of himself. So all his favorite movies would become profitable. He would get them all AMC A-list, and he would save the movie industry. That's what would happen with Joe. Really would. That's amazing. Yeah. All right. Speaking of AI, I don't know if I should show this or not. Maybe I should. You know what? Maybe hold on a second before I get this next one. Let me present this correctly. Maybe people like Jenna Ortega are getting tired of AI. because I've seen a lot of Jennifer Ortega AI. Okay, let me see what Voltaire. Voltaire is just super. Oh, thank you, Voltaire. $4.99. Congrats on the channel being back. The people need you. Thank you, Voltaire. I need you, Voltaire. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So, I've also seen a lot of AI. Now, this is someone that I met recently. Paulie. His channel's called The Latino Slant. He frequently posts. I get a lot of notifications for posting beautiful entertainment people. So he posted this, and Jenna Ortega in Spider-Man suit. Thoughts AI. I have to say I respect Jenna Ortega a lot, and yes. Oh, Paulie is awesome. Cool. So you know his community section, Larry. He posts a lot of Latino or Latina or Latinx ladies. Or I'm barely messed it up. I'm sorry. He yes, Voltaire. I'm not saying no to that either, but I would like Jenna Ortega as oh no, now that superhero is DC. The magician girl. Why am I blanking on? Oh my God, this is embarrassing. You like really? Really? Why would you admit this, Freya? Not safe for work content and ripples to others' feeds. Yay, Jenna. No, it's obviously fake. This is what I mean by AI looks plasticky. Oh yeah, I could reach out to him. We do have differences of opinion as well. I like Paulie though. Who is that character? The magician DC, the girl with the fishnets. In the why is it my blinking? Anyway, yes, I would be all up for Jenna Ortega in a Spider-Man suit. Yes. But I've also seen the most Zantana. Yes, Zantana. Yes. That, and I've seen a lot of AI. Mockingbird or something? What? Mockingbird or something. Yeah, yay, Jenna. Yes. She's a cultural icon, and I can't wait to see what she's. Yes. Jenna would be wonderful as Zantana. And I really do think James Gunn should reach out and make that work. I think everyone's asking for it, and I think she would do it. Okay, so that's from Paulie. I'll give him a thumbs up there. That's going to be a quick little clip out because, again, on MME, we're going hardcore. There's going to be lots of content, lots of clip outs, lots of soul videos, lots of hot takes, and I hope some more reactions as well. All right. Let me see what else I have next. And Larry, thank you for being a member for 5 months. I really appreciate the support. And again, I appreciate you, Voltaire. I appreciate everyone supporting the channel. All right. Let me see what else I got here. Ooh, you know what? Let me react to yes, and I love that Black Canary, Rhea. I liked Birds of Prey. There was problems with it. I don't like the ending. But what's the actress's name? I forget her name. She was great as Black Canary. I actually was underwhelmed by the same person that's Hera, Mary. We were just talking about her on the previous stream. I don't want to just say Ewan McGregor's wife, but she was underwhelming in that movie too, which is a shame because I usually like her. Yes. Wow. Figure Jenna would be awful as Rosine. I'm not joking. She is built like I won't say it. Oh, I should have highlighted that. People think I have bad hot takes figure drawing. I don't know about that. I don't know. All right. Well, let me get back to here is the next topic I wanted to cover. This is a hot one. I'm going to say this here. Rotten Tomatoes did nothing wrong. Rotten Tomatoes did nothing wrong. Just like tools, people misuse tools, and people are the issue. I like that they found out about the people that were abusing the Rotten Tomatoes system for monetary gain. It seemed to be low-level people in the industry. And as far as I know, they made actions to correct it, just like Rotten Tomatoes dealt with the issue, at least not on the streaming side, on the viewer review side, at least with movie reviews, that you have to verify that you went to see the movie. I wish there was a way you could do that with streaming content, because there's still the issue there. But just like anything, if people abuse tools, and as far as I could tell, I have other issues with Rotten Tomatoes, and we are never going to hear the end of the term shill. We're not. It's going to be there consistently. But they didn't do anything wrong in this situation. They addressed those people that were misusing the system. It's in their terms. So it's not like this hasn't been addressed before. Rotten Tomatoes has in their terms that you cannot do this. So in everything deserves criticism, believe me. But in this particular situation where everyone's trashing Rotten Tomatoes and says it's dead for this, if you're gonna go like that at Rotten Tomatoes for this, I don't think it's fair. Personally, in my subjective opinion, I don't think it's fair to go after Rotten Tomatoes for this situation, because it's clearly in their terms and they're addressing all parties involved. All right, Voltaire. This will be the bonus show. Will have one guest on, and I'll bring Voltaire on because he can give some hot takes. But the bonus show will only at the most have one guest, so it's already filled. All right, here we go. Let's get Voltaire's take on this. All right. I don't want to go just on figure drawing. I don't want to just go, oh, he's in already. Hey, Voltaire.
Hi and hello, everybody.
I'm going to keep you small because this is my solo stream. I'm going to do clip
Oh, okay,
outs.
I'm sorry. You know what, Max? I don't need to be on. I just wanted
No, that's fine. You're going to help me with my topics. Listen, I'm going to bombard this platform with content. I don't go with the narrative that there's nothing. There's so much to talk about. There was actually lots of things to talk about.
Tons.
And I also want to hear your take. And listen, Rhea's a fan. Love Voltaire's take.
Well, I love Rhea's positive energy.
Yes. Now, on this Rotten Tomatoes situation, you already helped the viewers. The viewers went up some. So I'll make it a rule on the bonus episodes. I'm calling the MME bonus show when I go solo. I'll at the most have one guest. So it's just me and you, buddy. But I want to hear about your take on the Rotten Tomatoes. I think there's lots of ways to criticize them, but I don't like how they're being so trashed right now when it's obviously in their terms. It was a PR company that was breaking the rules, and it was reviewers that were breaking the rules, and they are being punished. And in their reviews, their stuff is being taken down. I would love your take on this.
So I've never had a problem with Rotten Tomatoes. You have to understand what it is. It's an aggregator of critic reviews. If you have a problem, it's with the critics. They're just
Yes.
aggravating the critics' reviews. So no, Rotten Tomatoes is not the problem, and you can still use it as an effective tool. You should always be skeptical of what you read. So, yeah, no, there's no reason to be mad at Rotten Tomatoes in and of itself. It's the critics, if anything.
Yeah, and it's in their terms of agreement that you can't accept monetary gain for your reviews.
See,
I don't have the exact term, but I was reading it somewhere. It's in their terms.
Yeah.
If someone abuses the terms, which happens a lot on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we know, Senior Nerd, it was.
and also, these critics, whether they're getting money or not, some of them get access, and that might taint their opinions. You know what I mean? This is just the most blatant example, is getting straight up cash for the review. But there's always been a reason to kind of like, take the reviewer's comments with a grain of salt on different things,
Yeah. I like you. I'm not super anti-SJW, but I do feel that the critics go easier on stuff if it has social commentary.
So I'll say this, since you can't.
Yes.
So being a professional reviewer, think of how cool a job that is, right?
Yes.
You get to watch movies and write about them.
Maybe I could get there one day. I'll see.
Right. But if you're in that job, and I don't even blame the reviewers, if you have to not say certain things or be careful about certain takes or not hate on certain types of movies for a reason just to keep your job and not get canceled, I can't blame those people either. You know what I mean? So I've always had like a skeptical take of the reviewers personally.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhea is commenting on figure drawing has a hot take that I completely disagree with. I still love you, figure drawing. He's extremely figure drawing is extremely concerned about Jenna Ortega's height as Zatanna. Zatanna.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rhea gave a good point. I don't perceive height as an issue. Creative camera work is a thing for male actors all the time.
100%.
Look at Tom Cruise. Cruise
he's not
so
the only
short.
one. A lot of actors are like 5'8", 5'9", and you see them on camera and they look like they're 6 feet plus. You know what I mean? So yeah.
There's some other actresses that are very short too that don't really have an issue. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rhea. She says, "I'm done. You made Rhea tap out, figure drawing. You've gone too far. I'm going to step back from this." That was awesome. I think she has a lot of characteristics besides the superficial stuff that you're focused on. Don't go full Campia figure drawing. Remember Campia? He was notoriously on the record giving a horrible take on Gal Gadot back in the day that she couldn't be Wonder Woman based on superficial stuff.
Is that right?
Yes. There's a hot take of John Campia, and it has not aged well.
Are you allowed to say what it is, or are you not comfortable?
That she's not built to be Wonder Woman. She's not strong enough. She's wimpy.
No, geez.
Yes. So
I know after the first appearance, she said that she felt like she had to lose too much weight to fit in the costume. But she's perfect as Wonder Woman. She's been tremendous.
Yeah, that was awesome. We still love you, figure drawing. It gave me another topic. I'm going to clip that out. I am going to clip that out. What did you think? Did you hear the main topic?
Which one?
About Guillermo del Toro's comments about AI.
I think the studios love it, right?
Well, no, he was. Here, I'll revisit this just for you real quick. I think he gives an out of touch take on AI. Oh, sorry. I'll get you back on screen in a second. If anyone wants movies made by AI, let them get it immediately. I don't care what I don't care about people, which I don't like. I don't like that to begin with. Who want to be fulfilled and get something shitty quickly. He's basically saying, "Do it, playing chicken with it." I don't think it's something to play chicken with. There's going to be a lot of,
No.
I think it's you can easily tell AI now, but the next iterations, and I'm not fully for it. I'm not fully against it. I'm somewhere in the middle. There's like, in particular, I gave an example of Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy 3. I would love to see that movie, but if you had to actually pay for him to make it himself where he won't budge artistically at all, which I also respect, but maybe AI could have done something to get the cost down for that movie where it actually could get made. If AI is not abused, there could be some potential to bring some costs down, and these movies are too bloated is another issue. There's lots of issues in the industry right now.
Okay.
I think the biggest problem is not the creatives. I think it's the executives are mismanaging stuff and causing, and also the big movie universe movies. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. They make you change storylines on the drop of a dime. That affects the digital artists. That affects the writers. That affects the actors too.
So now that your comment, when I came in, you were making a comment about a younger generation not having an issue and that kind of thing. That makes more sense, and you're 100% right. The younger generation is not going to care. How deep they get into AI, I don't know yet, but this is like a boomer take to think that it's just going to be all bad. It's just not.
No, he's basically calling people stupid that are going to enjoy it too.
Right.
And just do it, and I don't care about you if you like it. Wow.
All right.
That's pretty much a hot take. That's like Scorsese, and I love Scorsese too, but saying that comic book movies aren't cinematic or are not real cinema is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
There's really great superhero movies, there's really bad superhero movies. Calling a whole genre, that's bullshit.
And didn't he say he wanted to do more animation and stuff? Like, people would think that.
The thing with Guillermo del Toro is, if he's not doing an Oscar bait movie, I'll be honest with you. Let me also clip this out. The truth about Guillermo del Toro is, if he is not doing Oscar bait movie like Shape of Water or animation, he can't get financing for a blockbuster movie. His blockbuster movies don't. I love them. I love Pacific Rim. I love the Hellboys movies. But he can't. He's not profitable, and that's a shame. But he's not. And I think he's got a lot of saltiness there in those comments too, because he hasn't been treated well from the studios or the general public. And I think that's shining through in his comments, where he's basically calling people stupid. And if you want it, take it. And I don't think you should do that, because what if there is a good AI movie that's AI is used and you're going to call people stupid because it's a good movie? I don't like that either. That's like the opposite extreme. I would pick, if I could vote with my dollar, just like I go to the grocery store and I still wait in line instead of doing self-checkout most of the time to support those cashiers. And I also, when I get a really good customer experience, I call and ask for the manager and say, they did a great job. I respect human interaction, artistry. I would totally pay if both movies were there, they were the same movie, and one was made by AI and one was made by completely 100% humans. I would pay the humans, But just to say, if you like it, you get what I don't care about. No, that's out of touch to me.
I generally hate that take where, if you don't agree with my take, you're stupid, or if you like something I don't like, you're dumb. This is some of the worst arguing you can make, and yeah, I agree with you. It's just,
I mean, because if there is a banger Star Wars project and it comes out and you find out that it was made by AI, are you going to say it's not good or people are stupid that like it? No. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm not picking on them. I think constructive criticism is a lost art. And that's where Voltaire helps me.
Nuance.
Nuance. We don't criticize just to hate, and we want everything to succeed. I know that from talking to Voltaire. There's not anything you root to fail. No. That's toxic, rooting for things to fail.
Or just hating everything because it's hating everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but constructive criticism is a lost art, and I've said this many times to Joe, I say I love the man. He sent me 2 more VHS tapes, by the way.
Oh my God, Cobra!
Cobra.
That's one of the greatest films ever made.
And Over the Top. I didn't see all of Cobra. I've seen parts of it. So.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
But I completely disagree with him that we are too critical. No, I think we should be more constructively critical of projects because people are losing their jobs, and it doesn't need to be that way. There is enough money, there is enough talent around that these box office bombs should not be happening if they were well managed. If you have a really good manager, you would not be getting this shit. I'm sorry. You wouldn't. And part of it is I don't know how creatives are going to get, and this is the problem I have to bring it back to James Gunn. This is a problem I have with James Gunn and Guillermo del Toro. Yes, they are amazing when they have their full blank canvas. But for some of these big cinematic universes to work, and just like the Star Wars trilogy the sequel trilogy went the shirt.
Yeah.
You're going to have creatives that can deliver on a project where they do not just always have a blank slate. And how can you convince creatives to do that? Because that is the way you're going to really succeed.
Yeah.
George Lucas, he was there for the trilogies. He worked, and even though he got a different director, he still had the final say, right? But how can you do a trilogy of movies in the future with different directors and everyone wanting a blank canvas? It's not fair to the people that worked before. It makes it can a lot of times make the viewer confused. And even with this new thing, what James Gunn can't direct everything himself,
No.
And if he's on here, I'm going to blow your mind.
I'm waiting. I'm excited.
Would James Gunn hire James Gunn?
He would hire James Gunn, because that's a really good question. He would hire James Gunn under the proviso that you don't have final cut, and I get to approve everything, and you do what I kind of.
James Gunn. I'm going to blow everyone's mind. James Gunn would not work for James Gunn either.
Dun dun dun.
Boom. Mic drop. Yes. Am I right? Do you think I'm wrong?
No, I think you're right.
Under what he's saying, I do feel that obviously, people go back and forth about the younger Superman, how he was being, he wasn't really being. It's not that he wanted a younger Superman; he just did not want Cavill, and Cavill wanted some creative say and producer credit. That's not how James Gunn's rolling right now. And I don't think James Gunn would work for James Gunn. And I don't think James Gunn is going to give the same to directors that he hires. I think he's going to be and he can't direct everything himself.
No.
And I don't think I'm being a hater by saying that. I don't think he would work for James Gunn.
So it's a kind of a different animal, right? When you already have an existing universe that has a set story base and a set fan base, you can't give creatives a full, complete license to do what they want, because they'll go bananas. That's what creatives do. You know what I mean? I want to make something different. I want to put my mark on it. So I don't think James Gunn will allow that, and I think that's kind of like reining in, like picking who to do things is just.
Hey, Enosh, we miss you, bro. I can't wait to collab with you. Talk to you soon, man. Yeah. Let me see what Ray might be giving a different opinion here. I believe James Gunn hires talents that collaborates well with their talent on and off screen. That's what a director with good rapport does. I haven't heard many complain about their experience with him. When he's the director of the film, yeah. When he's got a different of opinion, I don't know.
See what happens.
It's going to be quite a challenge for him to hire other directors and let them have carte blanche too.
I don't think he will.
And that's been part of the problem with Warner Brothers as a whole, is they, they let Christopher Nolan do his thing, and then everyone wants to do that. And that's how most of the BS happened at Warner Brothers. They bring someone else on. For example, they brought in Matt Reeves to work with Ben Affleck's script to help him during his time of need. And he took the opportunity for himself. Do I hate Matt Reeves? No. He did the same thing that most creatives do. They do not want to work on someone else's painting. They want their own. They took the opportunity, and that's exactly what James Gunn did too. He went in there. He didn't want to work on something. He wants a blank canvas. They all do it.
Yeah.
Maybe to be fair, to be devil's advocate here, maybe it's impossible for some of these creatives to work on something that's not completely 100% of their own to make it work. But I would like a future in the industry where it is, and there's more collaboration between projects in these big movie universes. The one that's worked the best is the Monsterverse in MCU within Infinity War and Endgame,
Yeah, because it seemed like Kevin Feige was quarterbacking everything, right? Initially, anyway.
Xena says, Max's green screen effects is approaching CGH level bad. Someone tell Max to clean his camera lens and get a proper lighting.
What?
I can't help. I'll tell you what's happening. If I sit really still, it's fine. But I'm animated and I move, and that messes up the green screen effect. But it's also like a VHS. There you go.
I mean, you got the lanyard even going now. Did you order that off?
I had that on a few others that you just noticed. Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed the light.
I do want to make a new logo for MME that's like a play on the Blockbuster, but MME, and then also have the MME, like the classic MTV, on top of that. Oh my, yes.
That's good thinking.
Okay. All right, so let me see what other topics I have here. I'm going to clip that out too. That was an amazing take we had. Thank you. All right, let me see what else I got. Oh, this is a good topic here. Bring this up here. The Last of Us. The Last of Us. Now, this is a rumor, but this is where there's critics of the Scoop community and rumors. This is just too good not to happen. Based on her popularity now and what this character could do and how this can challenge her as an actress. And I know people don't like, and unfortunately, people really dislike this character because of the game, So it would be quite a challenge artistically and with the toxicity of the internet to take on this role. But I do believe if those in charge would be looking at, well, first off, you're going to be looking at Florence Pugh for a lot of roles, but I think this just makes too much sense, this specific rumor. I would say above 50%. I think this will happen, even though it's a rumor. I mean, if you want to have fun with it, Voltaire, what do you think of the possibility of her playing Abby?
Sorry, is Abby the girl in the show?
No, Abby is the character in Last of Us Part 2 that is also part of the LGBTQ community, and potentially, I don't want to spoil it if you don't know, is a villain.
I don't know.
And is not liked by a lot of fanboys.
Well, for people like me who didn't play the game and did watch the show and liked it, I'd love to see Florence Pugh in a movie.
Yes, and she is, even people that don't have an issue with that certain aspect of the character don't like the character because it's a villain. And usually Florence Pugh has played mostly heroic characters, so I think that also would be a challenge. This would be quite a challenge for her. And I think it's extremely possible that this is going to happen. even though it is a rumor.
Really?
I just believe, based on how popular the series is and what this could do for her. I think she also, being a fan of her from afar, I believe she likes to take up a challenge. I think she would go for this role, in my opinion. But let me read this is, it is from My Time to Shine Hello as well. Sony Entertainment HBO hit, and I'm not saying they have a similar physique either, but she's also had some, we're getting some weird feedback from you. She's also had some athletic roles in the past for Fighting with the Family. So, she could play, I believe. I haven't played Last of Us 2 or watched the spoilers, but I just know because people whined about it that much. But I believe Abby is a physical character as well, so I believe she could accomplish that part of the character too. Sony Entertainment HBO hit it big when The Last of Us debuted at the start of the year. The adaptation is the best-selling video game franchise starring Pedro Pascal. Okay, we know all this. Abby Anderson is by far the most popular. Abby is Washington Liberation Front soldier who falls to pieces after Joel, this is a spoiler, kills her father, Jerry Anderson. Abby makes it her mission to hunt down Joel and make him pay for what he's done. Callie, I have to get sterner with Callie. Callie, get over here. Callie, get over here, please. Get over here. Come on. She's not letting it go. Okay. She was listening to me early. Yes, I said get over here. Oh, there you listen. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Abby makes it her mission to hunt Joel down and makes him pay for what he's done. That's an understatement. Through The Last of Us Part 2 video game, players step into Abby's boots a lot. Yeah, we know all this. Okay, so My Time to Shine Hello says, I heard from another source that Florence Pugh got an offer to play Abby pre-strikes. I believe it. I don't always believe with My Time to Shine Hello, but My Time to Shine Hello has a decent track record for scooters. And I think this is highly plausible, and I kind of want to see it because The Last of Us show is one of the best recent series.
And listen, she's really good. Like, she's really good in Midsummer, and she's really good in Don't Worry, Darling. Like, she's actually a legitimately good actress.
Mm-hmm. Listen, she does not need saved, Zeno. She is my emotional distress dog. She causes me so much distress by constantly barking 24/7. Constantly.
Reverse
I still love her.
Support dog.
No, she does not emotionally support me. She emotionally distresses me.
Yeah, she's a reverse.
I can't. I hide in my room sometimes from her barking. I'm like, no, come here, Momo, because you're nice and calm. Wow. What do you do when a dog gets older and they don't stop barking? All right, let's get to. Ooh. Oh, wait. I want to hear what Sean has to say. Let's do a clip out for Sean O'Rourke. I want to see his hot take on Rotten Tomatoes. Let me bring that up. Because I didn't watch ahead of time. I want to hear what he says. Can you hear her?
Yes, you can hear her. How can you not?
All right. I want to hear what Sean. Callie, please. Hey, tell that to the judge. I don't. She is well taken care of. She eats a lot. Callie, stop. Hold on. I'll be right back. Now you come. Can you put them away for a little bit? I'll get her out in 30 minutes. Sheesh.
Mrs. Max to the rescue.
Yes. Thank you. She's driving me insane. Okay. So what is Sean talking about here? I want to see what his hot take is. So Rotten Tomatoes is partly owned by Warner Brothers. He's got a little. Warner Brothers hot takes lately. Let me hear what he has to say.
Partly owned by Warner Brothers. Remember all those glowing reviews? About-
Oh!
Oh my.
No, Sean! No! Sean! Oh no. See, I actually have an issue. I love Sean.
Mhm.
Thumbs up to Sean. I thumbs up the video. But I have an issue with this kind of thinking. Like I said earlier, Rotten Tomatoes did nothing wrong. And it was a bunch of no-name movies. And it was the PR company. And PR companies sometimes like to do devious shit. Or no, and say, look at the results we're getting. To get their fee, right?
The people I've met who work in PR or sales are not very scrupulous with these kinds of things. So yeah.
So suggesting that Warner Brothers getting Flash gave I don't think so.
Interesting.
I don't think so. Listen, Warner Brothers has had to fight for every good Rotten Tomatoes they've ever done. If any company would be up to this, I would think potentially Disney in the past. And I'm not saying Disney did either. I'm just saying more likely Disney.
Mm-hmm.
But Warner Brothers, especially DC movies, they're not paying anyone to give good DC reviews. They've constantly had a problem. DC getting good reviews for DC.
Yeah, but didn't Shazam too? And he's right about the Flash. Didn't they get good reviews from the critics?
Yeah. Sean is getting spicy. Yeah. Never a dull moment. Hey, Jeff. Okay, let me see here.
Clear him out, though, right?
Sorry you missed it. Okay. It's all right. You're here now. But let me hear what else he has to say.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
About The Flash being the greatest superhero movie of all time.
I told everyone, people get mad at me. I don't care what. I like James Gunn, but saying it's one of the greatest is bullshit. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Even though I really enjoyed the movie. You're over. That's not like, and people say, oh, he had to do it. No, he didn't have to say it's the greatest of all time. He could say it's a really great movie.
Absolutely.
And now people aren't going to trust his opinion when he's promoting a DC movie unless it's his own. Just like James Cameron.
So
I love James Cameron. Do you believe James Cameron when he says the next Terminator movie is really good?
No.
Because what did he do for the other Terminator movies?
He could have just said, I really like the movie. He didn't have to say it's one of the greatest superhero movies ever
Especially
made.
now that we know that he doesn't like Michael Keaton's Batman. Those comments seem true. The other thing that, did you see my hot take, Voltaire, about
No.
James Gunn, his response? I said he did the most idiotic thing ever because he should have just left it alone if that was him. But no, he got an attitude with people writing articles that says he deleted his Facebook intentionally. And he never commented on the actual comments themselves, like saying that wasn't me or anything. He had to debunk people saying that he intentionally deleted his Facebook.
Oh, I see.
That's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
You're gonna get snippy and get aggressive with people saying that you intentionally. He gets wound up on the small stuff. When the big thing is, did you actually say that? Now that he did that, people are going to say, and Ryan Kindle actually did a good video on it. So he didn't actually address the comments at all. So he had time to comment. Now they know he had time to comment on it, and he didn't debunk that at all. He got aggressive because people said that they assumed too much, and I didn't intentionally delete my Facebook. That is spending too much time online. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Like,
not
I mean, it's subjective, but I'm like, just leave this one alone. Because now you've proven that you have time to comment on it, and you did not comment on the actual comments. So now I really think it's you. Because if it wasn't him, what would he do, Voltaire, if it was not him?
I never said that. That's not true. I really love it.
Or he wouldn't say, I really love it, but he'd say, this is not me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just makes sense. Like, I have a part-time job on YouTube in social commentary, a movie, and pop culture. It makes sense for me. If you have something to lose and you're in the entertainment industry, you should be selective with your words. People don't understand that. People think I'm a hater. No. What are you benefiting from this? I mean, unfortunately, when you're in this game and you have a lot to lose, it does not help to put a lot of words out there because you're going to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Things are not going to age well, and things are not going to be good PR.
I like that he engages on some things, but he's too much. He's not, and I have a lot of faith in James Gunn and what he's going to do for DC, but he's not good on Twitter, and he does more harm than good, quite honestly. Like,
no, I said he's his own worst enemy.
Yeah,
and I think he was doing really good for a while. He was laying low, and then he comes out during the writers and the actors strike to debunk articles that say he intentionally deleted his Facebook. And then people get mad at me for bringing out that was a stupid move. Okay, James Gunn, you win. You didn't delete it yourself. Wow. It's not a good look whether you think people should care or not. People care. That's the other thing I say. Whether you think people should care about the stupid superficial stuff or whatever and not the content itself, it's irrelevant. People care.
And the comments like, why does everybody make such a big deal? Well, because people care and they listen.
People do care. And it is important to the image of DC. And I would like someone that would respect the past. And it does not seem like he does. It seems like it's his way or the highway. And he has a lot of issues with the past way of DC. Which, if that keeps coming to light,
it's going that far back.
James Gunn should take Max's advice so you can become a successful director. It's very different becoming a successful director, Zeno, and becoming a head of a whole universe. It's very different. It's very different. And the more he, as a creative, here's Dan Trachtenberg. He made the Prey movie. He used to be a movie pundit. And as he went to school for directing, he says, I love doing this, but I got to stop because I can't be so authentic with my reviews and super critical with people I'm going to work with. It's going to make things complicated. And I really respect it. He was a great movie commentator too. But super aggressive people, artistic people that are also niche. I still think James Gunn, he had the magic formula with Guardians. I don't know if that's going to transfer to every single project he has. And some of his humor and artistic direction is a little more niche than the general public, I think. Look at the Suicide Squad. I think that was a lot of fun. I didn't like it the first time because I had expectations for it, but I watched it a second time because I want to like things, and I just went with the type of humor. But not everyone, it's not always mass appeal. And that is, I think that's more James Gunn unfiltered, like doing what everything he wants to do with the characters. And it just is a pet peeve of mine when you have a niche artistic vision to be super aggressive towards a different type of artistic vision. I just like, really, bro? People say, just like, they say Zack Snyder has the dark and gloomy, or J.J. Abrams has the lens flare. And what is it about James Gunn? You have the weird humor, So it's a characteristic of you, and you have every right to your opinion, but I kind of think you should bring it down a little bit if you can potentially be niche. And yes, unfortunately, the proof isn't there that because of the amount of options there, if you turn off a consumer, they might just wait for whatever various reason. And people do boycott stuff now just because they don't like something. It's proven. It's proven. You could turn people off. I want everyone come to my show. I want everyone to come to my movie. I don't want to turn anyone away just because of stupid opinions, But yeah, I'm still mad. I'm still mad at him for that whole movie. That was a horrible movie. I liked Blue. I want to give Blue Beetle another shot, Rhea. I really want to. But you're part of the problem, Senior Nerd. Yeah, I don't think you have the luxury. I don't think you have the luxury of saying you don't like it, don't watch it. Because people do that. Just like Ethan Van Sciver's had success. You know why he had the most success? Because you had people that were getting overly criticized, like the creator of Miss Marvel. I know for one, something Deconic, that creator, she notoriously said, you don't like it, don't read it, don't buy it. Even if you're right, where's the custom? Guess what? People are moving on. You know how everyone said to Snyder fans, move on? They have. Now they're like, well, why isn't anyone seeing us? Because I always say, don't underestimate, don't overestimate. Don't underestimate how many. I don't think necessarily Zack Snyder fans. I think Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot fans. And I don't think those are the same thing. There was a lot of people that liked those castings. I think they've moved on. A lot of them, they're pathetic. Oh, well, you can't make people buy tickets. You cannot make people buy tickets. And now's not the time to be turning people away. Good PR. I also feel another hot take I wanted to give Voltaire was based on the success also with Denzel Washington's new movie and Barbie, Oppenheimer. I think, and look what's happened to Jimmy Fallon. That's unrelated, but I think the age of Tonight shows and press tours, it's kind of like over. It doesn't work anymore.
No, YouTubers get bigger viewers than
like the time of like, I got a clip to show you from my new movie. I don't think that translates to success anymore. I think the only, you know what? Part of it is the show argument. People, whether you think there's actual people understand the word shill now. They understand the used car salesman tactic, just like I say, James Gunn, he came off like a used car salesman. There's a good way to sell a car, and there's a way to sell a car, that's just saying it's the best on the lot when it's not. This isn't the best on the lot, but it's in your price range. That's a good way to be a salesman, right? You don't say, this is the best car ever made. And it's a used car, That's kind of what he did. But I think the age of press tours and going around and these actors or actresses selling their movie, it's not working anymore. Even early access to review community. Everyone, I think they judge for themselves now, which is actually a good thing. I think that could create better content down the road, competition and a more informed consumer, or not like a less trusting, but
no, I never trusted those early access reviewers ever, because they'll lose our access if they keep crapping on certain studio films. No, buddy love, he's letting me talk. This is Max's this is Max's show. I'm the second mic. Don't worry about it, bud.
No, you can have a sleazy used car salesman. Me personally, I would go I would go to a person that talked to me straight whenever I bought a car. Like, you don't want to, this is more in your price range. It's good for the value. You can tell when someone's feeding you a line, right?
So that's it. Can you be a used car salesman looking to meet margins and make sales and be that way? Just like that's how I feel about critics, man. I don't think they can be fully honest.
Yeah. Let me see.
Are you going to finish on the video or no?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I only hear about press tours when you talk about that used to be a thing, the late night shows.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I think is really going to suffer. I don't know if late night shows are coming back. Like,
listen, so Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and Seth, whatever, Myers. They're doing a podcast together, and these guys are not funny, and they're trying to be funny. And
No
I'm telling
writers.
you,
It's painful.
yeah, exactly.
I heard they might be doing one, but I didn't know.
Yeah, they're on like week 2, and it's terrible.
It's really.
cringe.
I gotta check
In
it
my
out.
opinion, it's cringe.
So they really suffer without writers.
Yeah, because they're trying to do this like, they have to do like a generic humor,
When did they start? Did they this wasn't their plan right away? It's just because the extended strike.
Yeah, right. It's only week 2, I think. So I think, what do they call themselves? Something Force 5 or something like that. Strike Force 5. Like they tried to come up with a funny name, like they're a, Voltron or something like that.
So Jimmy Fallon's on there too,
Yeah.
even with the recent controversy.
Well, I don't know about since the controversy. He was
Well, I'll be honest with you. I have mixed feelings about the controversy because it's basically saying he was not nice and he was drunk. It's still not appropriate, but going to Rolling Stone or something for that, that's something that it's not, I feel like should be handled by HR or something. Yeah. But
yeah.
Nothing seemed like listen, people shouldn't have a hostile work environment, right? But nothing there seemed like
I mean, I have controversial opinions on this sort of thing, but if a boss is demanding and you don't like how demanding they are, then leave. You don't have to work there.
Well, I think everyone should have a good work environment too, but if it's something like he was drunk and yelling or something, people have bad days, unfortunately. It doesn't justify any, but also there's, it seemed like, I don't know. I have to do more research. It just didn't seem like an everyday thing. And
it's like, is it like an Ellen type of, or I didn't read the
No, it's not like that.
Oh.
Not that far, so at least until I do more research, but it's just he's embarrassed. He should be embarrassed. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's worried about
I
that.
do think he has a drinking problem, obviously.
I mean, he comes off as a happy-go-lucky, and everybody likes Jimmy.
Well, yeah, I also, people just don't like James Corden, but I don't. From what I hear, I don't. No, I didn't like that he was so disrespectful to a waitress, but
yeah, that's actually more telling.
Yeah.
So look, you get angry around work environment and you want things done because you're the star of the show. That's more acceptable to me than being rude to a waitress. Quite honestly, there's no good reason to be rude to a wait staff in that kind of circumstance. That means you're a pure jerk. But like, if you're demanding at your job, I want this done. If you don't get it done and you start yelling at people, that's way more acceptable to me.
I mean, I don't like it either, but if it's super aggressive, then yeah, it should be handled. But
right.
To me, I don't want to downplay people that I feel like they said I needed therapy or something for it.
Oh, Jesus.
If it's that might be just a person. I don't know.
People are sensitive nowadays too. Like, as somebody who has people who report,
I don't want to downplay people being abused, but I mean,
No.
in the grand scheme of things, we need to, is this something that needs a whole hit piece? I don't know. I wish it would have been handled internally, and if he did have, if people knew he was intoxicated when he was angry too, that sounds like a sad problem that should get handled. Yeah. But I don't know. All right, let's hear Sean.
And the critics loved it. What a shit show.
That is a pretty hot take. I actually love that. That's hilarious.
No, people be getting mad at Sean for his DC takes. And he's the first one that said James Gunn is going to be the next president of DC. But I do know he's not just a Snyder bro, and he's had his issues with Andor, the production. He said it looked, because he's worked on stuff, things are going to look different to him than to everyday viewers, So he says it looks like crap to some. He's not gonna go see it. So All right. Let me
He
see
does
what
like
else-
to trigger people, so you're right. You got to send that clip to Joe. He'll love that.
Yeah. This one, this is another rumor. I don't know how much longer I want to go. I had more, but see what I know some people want me to get on Xbox tonight too.
You're
And I
coming
have
off the layoff. You got to do your thing.
Yeah. This is a very cool rumor that I'm really excited about, and I hope it's true. I don't know if this one, I don't have as much confidence in this one though, because it sounds too good to me. Thumbs up for the Max and Voltaire show. Okay.
Okay. And yes, I agree with you, figure drawing.
Craig Ferguson. Oh man, he was very inappropriate with ladies.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's a little
I'm not
different,
gonna
right?
lie. I watched the clips though. Wow. He would get canceled immediately if that show is still on.
Mm.
Yeah. Only 10 likes. Thank you, Strange Marvel Theories. Okay. So this is according to Small Screen, who might be reporting from Giant Freaker Robot. Who knows? I really hope they go with Sam Raimi again. After watching Doctor Strange 2 again, I really think it's a well done movie.
Love that movie.
And that's another one that had to grow on me. I saw it the first time. I was like, okay.
I feel like it's a bit of a sleeper. It's a really good movie.
Sam Raimi is reportedly the top choice to direct Avengers Secret Wars.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Let me see. Let's dive deep into the weeds of the story. There are reports via World of Real and CBR, suggesting that Sam Raimi is Marvel Studios' top choice to helm Avengers Secret Wars. This news comes from previous speculation in May, which linked Raimi along with Black Panther director Ryan Coogler and MCU Spider-Man director John Watts to the project. Historically, the Russo brothers have been at the helm of the previous Avengers movies, making this potential shift a significant one for the franchise. If this rumor is accurate, he's also worked on the multiverse already in the MCU with somewhat success with the scenes with Invisible Man. Who else was in there? The other, Xavier.
Mr. Fantastic and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's already done that
Mm-hmm.
with some success. And I hope this is accurate. And I want to see more Sam Raimi superhero movies, especially one that he gets to develop from the ground up. That would be really nice. Doctor Strange got him back into big blockbuster movies, which he was still making movies, but he hasn't been in it like he had since Spider-Man 3, right?
Yeah, which was a bad experience from what I've read. Yeah.
I would like to see
Spider-Man
him.
movies are almost perfect. Like he was wonderful in them.
I would like to see what he could do from the ground up with a new superhero movie from the start, from the get-go.
I'm all for it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because that's an amazing, if you really think about how quick he had to go on board for that, and the relative success that movie had, I think also, even though Doctor Strange 2, here's my speculation. I think it's more likely now that I'm thinking about it, where Doctor Strange 2 ended up, based on how quickly they had to find a new director after the first one left, and how fast it still went into production and released. It might have been delayed slightly, but relatively fast. I think that is why you definitely go with Sam Raimi.
And how often does that work, right?
Right, because of other Hollywood disaster stories of when a director was replaced at the last minute.
Right.
Solo,
for example.
The success in the box office that it got, and I'm pretty sure even though it had did it have Spider-Man in it too a little bit? I don't
No.
remember. No,
No, he wasn't in that. You're
no,
thinking
it
of,
was just linked to Spider-Man, right?
right, in a way.
I
Had
think
American
that
Chavez
can
as
be.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I think the success of that and how much more money it made over Doctor Strange 1, I'm pretty sure. That is a huge increase, I believe. Until I do the research, I think it is. How much did Doctor Strange 2? Now I'm curious.
Didn't it hit like 750 or so, or 8? Hang on. Or did it make $1 billion? Hang on.
No, it was under $1 billion, but I think it got at least 800 million worldwide. Oh, wow. Woo! Here we go. I didn't realize it made this much. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Go with Sam Raimi. Look at this. I thought it was 800. Look at this. Look at this, Voltaire. I don't see why you don't go with him.
Okay. Well, see, close
Almost
to $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Oh, yeah.
Very close.
Yeah. That's
Really
not
cool,
that,
Darkman.
and the studios don't ignore that despite popular.
Especially where this started and where it ended up.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
And look, I honestly think that's a better movie than the first Doctor Strange. It's a great film. The guy has a track record. Those first 2 Spider-Man movies were excellent. There's no reason not to put him on a project like this.
Mm-hmm. I am going to see Evil Dead shortly. I've seen clips of it. I haven't finished it. I haven't seen Drag Me to Hockey Sticks, no. And I haven't seen Simple Plan, though.
Did you ever see Army of Darkness?
I've seen parts of it, yeah. I'm getting into horror. I actually got Halloween on VHS. I'm going to do a review.
Yeah,
The original
Army of
Halloween.
Darkness is barely.
And then I want to get into some horror VHS, including The Thing, and the whole Evil Dead series.
Mm-hmm.
But I am actually shocked by this. I think yes, you get Sam Raimi, and MCU needs him right now. And he's a good mix of practical and CGI is another reason you go with Raimi. He can accomplish that a lot better than most directors in the MCU right now. Is a mix of practical and CG.
Yeah, and I love that, by the way. That's my favorite thing, is when they mix the two. You know.
Now that's if he wants to do it. I don't know if he wants to do it or not. You would think if he said okay to take over for Doctor Strange 2, that it wasn't just the one and done, right?
I'm sure he had a good experience on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Watch Army of Darkness first? Really?
I would agree with that.
Really?
It's a better movie, and it references the other movie. I mean, honestly, I think Army of Darkness kind of tells you everything that you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more fun, and it's more your speed as a non-horror fan or a horror hater, really.
Mm-hmm.
So it's barely a horror movie.
I wanted to start with the thing that's hardest for me to get into, and then end with my most accessible. Like then I'll be at like a big party by the time I get to Army of Darkness review.
All right. Well,
that was the way I was gonna tackle it. As like I'm gonna start the most challenging for me, and then go all the way. You know,
right.
I don't know. No, don't watch Pizza Papa. Pizza Papa. Oh, that's from Doctor Strange. Isn't that from Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't like that at first. I didn't like Bruce Campbell's cameo in it at first, and then I watched again. I liked it.
That was for Sam Raimi fans, like Evil Dead fans.
His involvement in Doctor Strange came after the original director Scott Derrickson parted ways due to creative differences, leading to multiple script rewrites. And during the pandemic, and he's still
really a lot of stuff stacking against him.
He's a consummate professional.
Mm.
And the other thing, you don't hear him on social media, too much. He just does his thing, and Raimi's potential involvement in Secret Wars could hint at a significant role for Doctor Strange in the upcoming. That's another good reason to get him, is if Doctor Strange is the main focus. And let's be honest, whether they originally wanted to or not, getting your most talented actor that's left in the MCU to be the focus
Yeah.
marketable, and potentially he might have one more solo movie on its way after that. Yeah, Doctor Strange is going to be one of the most important characters, I would believe, in these future movies in Secret Wars. Most pivotal. He was pivotal in the Infinity War and Endgame, you know?
I think they need to get Chris Hemsworth in too, but yeah, agreed.
Really?
Yeah,
Thor?
I do. I mean, I don't think he's happy with that last movie based on some of the interviews he gave, but again, marketable actors who people know, because there's no more Iron Man, there's no more Captain America, or original Captain America,
See, Anthony Cheeseman, that's not fair. This is what drives me nuts, and I respect your opinion, Anthony Cheeseman, but this is just like the unfair hatred towards David Ayer. You know that the studio interfered with Sam Raimi on Spider-Man 3.
They forced him to put Venom in it.
And then everyone blames the creatives. They should have done whatever Sam Raimi. The one caveat is they didn't have a choice much with Spider-Man because they had to produce a movie within a time frame just to keep the license, Sony. But then the thing that confuses me about it is then once Sam Raimi got off, they got Mark Webb and Andrew Garfield, and it waited a year anyway. But Sam Raimi's basically said, I need more time. Oh, no, that was Spider-Man 4. Never mind. Spider-Man 3, they interfered with, yeah.
And
they should have let him do whatever he wants after Spider-Man 2.
And then he backed out, and then they backed up a truckload of money to him, and he came back and said, okay, fine, I'll do it. And he didn't want to put Venom in it, and he did, and it was a disaster.
As of now, only Jonathan Majors King the Conqueror has been confirmed for the next 2. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, potential cast.
What about Paul Rudd? No, he's not confirmed.
Paul Rudd does great in the Avengers movies. Not so much on the Ant-Man movies. It's not his fault. That last Ant-Man movie. I can't watch it.
Just chat. So watching Army of Darkness first is not like watching Return of the Jedi first. The movies, I saw Army of Darkness before I saw the other movies. It's just they're not as there's enough backstory given in Army of Darkness, I feel like, that you could get away with it and it's standalone. But I understand everybody's point.
Hot take. I loved Raimi's Wizard of Oz prequel. It was so good.
What's
that called?
That sounds interesting.
Is it that one I just got on VHS? Because I got Return to Oz and I never saw it. And I'm like, is this going to be bad or not? I'm like, I took a chance. I shouldn't have bought it because it was $5. All the other VHS were $3. And I was like, this looks really weird.
Did it have a nice box or something? Why was it more expensive?
It did have a nice box, but it looked really weird on the back. Maybe that is what she thought. I don't know. Return to Oz wouldn't be a prequel, though. Okay. All right, but I'm really hype about that potential.
Yeah, I love it.
And I did not realize that Doctor Strange 2 actually made that much. That made more than Guardians 3, I think.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Guardians 3 didn't hit $1 billion, right?
No, I think it hit like 800 something. So, yeah. Boy, that's a bummer. They were 45 million short of $1 billion. That's a shame.
Yeah. Okay, let me see what else I have here. Oh, it's another rumor. Listen, you need to go before I bring this next one up. They need to go for A-list talent to get the MCU back on track. I'm not saying it's not salvageable, but you need to, if you're going to stay live action, you got to pay top tier talent.
I agree.
And if they could get Denzel in it, hit Denzel.
I don't think so.
You don't think Denzel would do it?
I don't think he would do it. No, he's a serious. I'm surprised he does the Equalizer films, to be honest with you. But you know what? Maybe in his Now at this point in his career, maybe he's more likely.
I'll tell you what, but if they get Rick Famuyiwa to direct,
Yeah, maybe.
Rick Famuyiwa and Denzel are like this. Or no, I'm sorry, Anton Fuqua, I mean. Anton Fuqua did The Equalizer. I apologize. I mixed them up. Anton Fuqua, get him to direct a Marvel movie and bring in Denzel. People long in the past said Denzel as Magneto for a different version of Magneto. I still don't know how it's going to work, but I'd be sold if they got Denzel. I love Denzel. Denzel Washington reportedly offered villain role in Doctor Strange 3. Multiple sources have hinted that esteemed actor Denzel Washington has been offered a pivotal role in the upcoming Doctor Strange 3. If the rumors are to believe, Washington would be stepping into the shoes of a formidable villain, adding another feather to his already illustrious cap. Equalizer 3 was really good. I just wish the finale had was more a really, because you're wanting to go see a great action movie with that. I just wish it was more at the end. It still had a satisfying story conclusion.
Are you going to put out a review on that?
I did.
Yeah, I got to check it out.
Just on my Maximum FOMO channel.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Okay. Giant freaking robot. Oh boy. Before the SAG-AFTRA strike, Denzel Washington was approached for the role of Dormammu. Ooh.
Interesting.
Wasn't Dormammu in the first Doctor Strange?
He was. So what, is he just going to be a voice?
The anticipated antagonist of Doctor Strange 3. This isn't the first time Washington's name has been linked to the MCU. World Eater I don't think that. However, it seems the role of Dormammu has piqued his interest more, especially with Sam Raimi reportedly returning to direct a sequel. So Sam Raimi's going to direct 3 and Secret Wars? I don't know. I do have to add that Dormammu was seen in the first Doctor Strange movie. However, it seemed as though Washington would be playing the physical version of the character. Okay. I don't know. Would that be a waste of bringing him in for Dormammu, a second version of the character?
I mean, I'm not aware of a physical version of Dormammu, but
Brother Voodoo. I don't know Brother Voodoo.
He's like he's an African American sorcerer, like Doctor Strange type.
Okay. Take 2. I don't know. I want Denzel Washington, but for that specific character, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it would be one and done though to him if they did get him for the physical version of Dormammu, that they wouldn't keep continuing that character on past Doctor Strange 3. And I wouldn't be surprised if they brought Dormammu back for Doctor Strange 3 as kind of like a conclusion to the trilogy.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So if he wants to come on and only do one and done and not play a role continuously, it's possible, but I don't know. I don't see this happening.
It seems like, better than Galactus. I don't think that would have been right.
Hey, congrats. Listen, I have issues with his hot takes, not his success. And I think it's a mistake to hate on his success. My personal opinion, he's successful based on his YouTube personality, not on his talent in comics. Now, as a comic creator, although I'm judging it based on the book cover in some images I've seen, I just don't think it's. I think anything Marvel or DC, most Marvel and DC is putting out looks superior to the ISOM 1 and 2.
Well, whatever. It's stupid to hate on him. The man is successful. Doing a grassroots campaign like that and blowing everybody out of the water. That's amazing. However he does it, whether it's because his YouTube personality, everybody's, Josh from Den of Nerds is putting out a comic.
Oh God. Yeah. And he'll, I'm not going to hate on him either, but yeah. I should put out a comic.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what
Talk
else
to
I
Ethan,
had.
see what you got to do to get started.
I'll probably do one or two more stories, and then we'll end it here.
Mhm.
I have enough to. Ooh, let's do this one. This is a good one. We'll end exactly at 2 hours. 15-minute warning, everyone. This is a good one here. About Ahsoka.
What would your comic be about? Like a lowly a blockbuster store manager be a period piece, and he gets superpowers somehow, or something like that?
No, I honestly, I did a lot of sketches for a comic book I never created back in the
Oh,
day of creating
interesting.
characters. It's very Star Wars-esque. Very much action, fantasy, sci-fi. I never got far with it, but I did a lot of character designs.
Talk to Ethan.
Well, I'd want to create something first, and then if I have something, then I'll talk to him.
I mean, like Josh isn't drawing it; he's got some former.
I mean, I also did a lot of designs for children's book in the same universe, like a lot of alien cartoon kid creatures.
Cool.
I had one called Amos the Alien.
Okay.
So I did a lot of drawing back in the day. I went to school for graphic design.
Okay.
I was not great at it. I have a lot of ideas in my head. I struggle with getting the ideas to paper. I'm a decent artist. I'm not great, So, but I might like to get back into it sometime. Maybe I'll show some of my artwork. I'll have to find it. It was way early 20s and right after school, Okay, so let's get to this. Spoiler warning, potentially. I don't know. Ahsoka's Merrick twist and identity reveal explained. I would like to get some more explanation for this. What did you think about that?
Oh, so you watched episode 4?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I mean, people speculated on the character and all that kind of thing, and turns out it was nothing. I mean, it didn't. I know some people are bothered by it or said, "Oh, it's a wasted character," but whatever.
Well, I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know. My initial thing is, how do you know he's gone?
Well,
like, if anything, no one's ever really gone. If someone gets stabbed with a lightsaber, they come back. If
Hell
a
yeah.
smoke monster gets stabbed and leaves their physical shell, why do you immediately think they're dead?
Right. There's no reason to. You're absolutely right. They could just
that's why I'm like, really, everyone?
Like he's a zombie type
you
of
just
thing.
saw
Yeah.
Sabine, whether you think she should be alive or not, and all these characters get stabbed. And you immediately think that Merrick is, or whatever this was, if this was Merrick, I guess it is Merrick. You immediately think he's dead just because Ahsoka cut his armor and it collapsed on itself, and his shell just, he left the shell. Why would you think that? I don't think this is done. I don't think this character's done.
What did you think of that fight with him and Ahsoka?
I like the idea of her taking that really like samurai stance of really confidence and taking it down. But no matter how many times I rewatch that scene, I can't really see where she actually lands the strike. In the setup was great.
Yeah.
I like her slow, methodical.
Yeah.
And her against what was the other character's name? Ray.
Yeah. Balin.
That I love some of they didn't immediately go at each other. They were like setting up and eyeing each other down.
More samurai stuff.
Yeah, samurai stuff. So I love the idea with her taking him down with one strike. It's just that I don't think the context of the scene delivered on a strike that you actually see. Like, it's just like, oh, she hit him. But I didn't, I will have to really freeze frame it. I'll have to go really slow freeze, but you know what I mean?
No, I do know what you mean, but
like she's like this, and then it's like,
yeah, and she just finds the spot in between bits. Yeah, it was
like it didn't seem like it delivered on what they set up there, where you like, oh wow, she landed it. Like, it just seems like, oh yeah, she landed it, but you don't see it. Like, I want to see where she got that. I'll have to watch it in slow motion.
Yeah. I think that what was good about it was that she handled him like she took him down easy, which truthfully Ahsoka at this point should. And Max, if you watch those short Tales of the Jedi animated shows,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see how easily she takes Inquisitors out. Like
Okay.
she's much, much more powerful than Inquisitors. Like she
Okay.
takes an Inquisitor out with no lightsabers and actually uses his lightsaber to make her lightsabers. So her kicking his ass that way and just like it being trivial for her, I thought was really, really good.
Strange Marvel theory says a strange Star Wars theory. Max, so was it a Sith controlling a suit of armor? I don't know.
Like a Sith ghost or something?
Well,
I mean,
this if you want to take this next level and have a really strange Star Wars theory, how about this? I always thought it would be really cool of like Jedi and Sith, and I was hoping that they were going to take this for the third sequel, where Yoda interacted with the physical realm and set that tree on fire. And looks like he's really like, if once you ascend past your physical life, that you become more powerful. And I thought it would always be cool if both Jedi and Sith, once they've passed their regular life, they had abilities to interact and take physical forms, almost like Luke did in The Last Jedi, where he force projected himself. What if you could do that from beyond your life and project yourself? But a Jedi wouldn't do that, because a Jedi knows, because they're more strict and you don't want to interact. But a Sith wouldn't. A Sith would potentially, if they had abilities like that, to interact with the physical form beyond the grave. And we haven't really seen. Have we seen a Sith after they've passed interact like the Force Jedi, the ghosts?
Oh, the Force ghost.
That would be interesting too.
Palpatine would be I know it's in the books and the comics, but in the movies and TV, I don't think so.
But that would be very intriguing if they had this as someone that this is a version of like a Sith ghost. And how they are not bound to laws like Jedi. They're not gonna play fair. They're gonna interact with people that are still alive and even try to interfere with people and kill other Jedi. Whereas I don't think a Jedi would interfere with something past their normal life.
So like that lady, the bad lady who was also in the Mandalorian season 2. What's her name? The one I'm talking about. In the Ahsoka show, the one who's like on the ship and she's telling Balin what to do. The character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's a witch, right? You understand that, right? She's a witch that uses the Force. And like
that's different too, yeah.
And she made they made in the Clone Wars, they made zombies type of things with this, and that's what Merrick appears was.
Don't try to turn that on me, Zeno. No, that's a male character too. For me to believe it, the strike takes them down with one hit. I want to see it. I know what you're doing there. I'm not falling.
That was a good comment. How did you feel about Anakin at the end? I know you're trying to read this article.
It was all right. It was all right. I mean, I wasn't blown away by the interaction. I have to say I like the Obi-Wan interaction better. Like
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. And what do you think about the fact that the next episode is having a limited theatrical release? What is that?
I would love to go see it, but I'm not on any list.
What does that tell you?
List that I paid for.
What does that Disney tell you thinks of it?
I mean, that could be either way. That could mean that they feel really strongly about it, or it could be a PR stunt too.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's that it's an amazing project, but
yeah,
it's good PR either way. Even if it's a serviceable episode, to get one in there.
So, because you didn't watch Rebels, did you know where she was at the end when she saw Anakin? Do you know where that was?
Oh, I did see Rebels. The world.
Oh, you did? Okay.
World Between Worlds. I'm still confused. I have to rewatch Rebels too.
I mean, Filoni says it's not a time travel thing, but Ezra literally changed the past by doing something there in the cartoon. He saved Ahsoka's life from Darth Vader, and Ahsoka told him not to save another person's life. So it's interesting if they have like actual people like Anakin walking around in there.
All right, so let's see what else they had here. Many fan theories circulated. Yeah, I said Ezra Bridger just as I wasn't convinced, but like it could be Star Killer, Mara Jade were thrown around.
Mara Jade, come on.
Nah,
They'll never bring her.
Warning: the rest of this article contains spoilers. Barrick was portrayed by stuntman actor Paul Darnell in all 4 episodes of Ahsoka that the character appeared in. It notes that Merrick is a former Inquisitor, explained why he still carried the spinning double-bladed lightsaber that only Inquisitors possess. It also reveals that he was a mercenary employed by Morgan Elsbeth. That's the witch, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the most intriguing aspects of Merrick was the fact that everything about him was unknown aside from the fact that he was a mercenary that could wield a force in a lightsaber. However, episode 4 of Ahsoka revealed his true identity, a Night Brother. In the episode, Merrick and Rosario's daughter Ahsoka Tano crossed paths within the forest of Cedos, which eventually led to the pair engaging in a lightsaber duel. There is the scene. Ahsoka is definitely no stranger to battling enemies. However, as Merrick began to spin his Inquisitor-style blade, Ahsoka patiently waited for the right time to strike. So yeah, and you see the before and after, but I want to see the in between where she actually landed that. It was hard to see.
Wonder if anybody's frame by frame that.
Emitting green smoke. Just a split second later, the smoke burst out of Merrick's body, leaving the armor sitting lifelessly on the forest floor. Many of the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, will remember the death of Savage Opress in Season 5 of the anime series, and specifically how similar the two scenes were in regards to how the characters' bodies reacted to dying. Okay. The same green smoke that emitted from Merrick's body in Ahsoka came out of Savage's. Night Brother actually makes the most sense. I still don't think it's. I mean, would you be disappointed if that's the end of it? If that is the end of that character?
No, I wouldn't be disappointed. I'm okay. I mean, I don't need to have these mystery box. I would be okay with that.
I would like. I thought there was a lot of intriguing stuff behind this character at the beginning of the season. And I would like, I can't hold my expectations up to the writers, though. Like, I would like them to do more. Mara Jade was not an abomination.
And I didn't like the idea of him being Star Killer, to be honest, either. I really thought that would have been like lame to be. I thought that would have been too much.
Merrick is a dead Inquisitor resurrected by Morgan Elsbeth. The Night Sisters can make zombies.
There you go.
Have an army of them. Yeah, maybe she'll bring back a cooler one too. I don't know. Now that we know Inquisitor, dead Inquisitors. I don't know. I'd still like to see this specific Merrick back too. Let me see. Oh,
I think he will be back.
The Night Brother.
I think she can resurrect him.
This is a long article. I don't want to finish that now.
The show's got a lot of hype, everybody. There's a lot of articles and a lot of YouTube videos about it because it's good, everybody. People like it. It's getting excitement back in Star Wars.
Absolutely. What's your guess as to why, besides the quality of it, why this episode is going to be in theaters? Because Dave Filoni's directing it, or potentially because this is where they're going to meet Ezra again?
So it's going to be. I feel it makes me think it's going to be Anakin heavy. And we're going to see Thrawn in this episode for sure. And will you see?
I've heard some rumors that suggest we might not be getting Thrawn right now.
What? Really?
You guys want to know? They say maybe not Thrawn until the very end.
Really? Oh, like a cliffhanger for season 2.
Yeah, because they're definitely going to make we're at least getting season 2 of Ahsoka.
100% we're getting season 2.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they're getting season 2 in a movie, so they're not going to cancel those plans. And this thing has been successful.
You don't bring the rebels back together. You won't even have to call it. You won't even. They might not call Ahsoka season 2 Ahsoka season 2. They may call it something else. Rebels. Something Rebels.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wow, no Thrawn in this episode.
Well, I don't know that for sure. That's a scooper. That was my time to shine. Hello.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, you know what? What if they focus the whole episode on?
Okay, Anthony.
I'm sure you can find a theater that's playing that.
I don't want to
go hard enough, buddy.
Why don't you just watch it on TV? Why is your dream to see that in the theater?
Of all things, dream a little bigger, buddy. Yeah,
I think it aspects too. I think Grace is kind of off her rocker when she says she could tell the TV quality. It's not cinematic. I think Ahsoka has some cinematic moments.
Yeah, it's fine. Are you kidding me? This thing is, you can tell there. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the lore of Star Wars is kind of in there. That there's some spirit to it. There's a energy to it that everything else they've done just hasn't had. So, and I know it's not perfect. I mean, I don't know, like. She doesn't seem to, her acting seems very wooden, but I imagine she's been directed that way because we've seen her, Rosario Dawson, act in other stuff, and she can act, obviously. She's just doing a lot of head nodding and like whatever stoic stuff in this. But I'm telling you, man, this thing is wonderful. I'm loving it.
No, I'm really enjoying it as well. I'm rewatching episodes over and over. That's the instantly how I know I love it so much. Is like when I watched like The Force Awakens, I was like, okay, I didn't even really want to watch that one, even though I liked it. I'm like, okay, another Death Star. I'm like, I accepted and I was on board, Right. When I saw The Last Jedi, I didn't want to see it again.
No.
And when I watched Rise of Skywalker, I couldn't even, it was such a hard watch.
With Last Jedi, I actually went to the theaters again. Like quickly, because I said I'm gonna rewatch this thing because it was. Did I miss something?
I did see it twice only because I had to take my father, and I already promised because I saw it out of town with my now deceased father-in-law and my wife, and I promised my dad that I would take him to see it, and I think that's why I saw it twice, but I didn't even want to. Taladia, you're breaking the rules. We'll let Taladia in because we're gonna end. This is supposed to be my bonus show where I only have me or one panelist, but we're gonna end the show anyway, so you could stay.
Sorry, I didn't know.
That's all right. That's all right.
I didn't.
That's fine. That's fine. You didn't work at the beginning. You weren't here at the beginning.
No, I was gonna ask you about if you watch Ahsoka, because I really enjoyed the episode.
Oh yeah. What? Because I saw it twice, I would not have saw it again. Yes, it is his fault that I saw Last Jedi 2 times. Absolutely.
You gave Disney your money and added to that box office.
I'm like, damn it, I got to see this again? I did see it twice. I forgot. I actually blocked it out of my memory that I saw it twice in the theater. I'm like, oh, yeah, I did have to see it twice. I did not want to see it.
When you went to watch?
The Last Jedi. When I saw it the first time, I knew right away. I was like, oh, I don't like it. And I actually like it more now than I did then because I saw The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And that was worse. I'm like, man, I'm glad Luke Skywalker's final scenes are in a better movie than The Rise of Skywalker after I saw The Rise of Skywalker. Because I didn't like the final scenes with Carrie.
Yeah, I can understand. I saw The Rise of Skywalker on TV when it came on TV. And same with The Last Jedi. I didn't like The Last Jedi as much as The Rise of Skywalker.
What a horrible son, yeah. That's what he says all the time. After I pick him up from his doctor's appointments. Yes, horrible son. I don't know.
But
What-
yeah, I was
Go
gonna say that. Sorry that I interrupted your stream.
No,
I
you're
didn't know.
okay. Listen. I have a game plan, but it's not like that's it, Talati. You're in the penalty. No, it's like you didn't know. Oh well, we're about to end anyway. It's about 2 hours. Voltaire helped me for some topics. I'm going to do some clip outs. I might go on Xbox for a little bit. See if Rational's just blowing smoke. He said he got me a code for Mortal Kombat 1, but I would say it's a 25% chance that he's being truthful. He might be just joking around.
25%.
Yeah. But I would like to play a game, but I'm not going to buy it now. And I have to check out a certain Ahsoka review that Voltaire keeps telling me about. That's not when I see the DMs. I'm like,
Get her on. I think Rhea is friends with her.
I heard that episode 5 for Ahsoka's gonna be.
I don't know if Freya's still here. Mint salad.
Rhea
He keeps
follows
saying, you
her.
need to get mint salad for some reason. What caught mint salad on your radar recently, Voltaire? Voltaire exposed.
I actually, you know what? You know how I found her? Rhea I follow Rhea, and Rhea commented on one of her to her on Twitter, so I found her that way.
Okay.
And then now she just happens to have a viral video going.
Oh, it's a viral video?
Well, it's like that Twitter video has 6.5 million views that I sent you.
Wow, really? Well, now we got to react to it we got to do our due diligence. This is going to be a clip out.
There you go. It's news. Yeah.
I have to do this.
There you go. See, Rhea knows who I'm talking about.
Okay, I have to do this, everyone. I'm bringing up Mint Salad's viral video to give us our thoughts.
Oh, see, she is Rhea's friend. You could get her on the show.
All right. Well, I'll reach out to Mint Salad, and I'll give I also know Rhea. That's a good friend of yours. Would you like to come on the show for an interview after your viral video?
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a viral video.
Let's see.
Look at the views on Twitter. It's got a lot of views.
Just from pulling this up, I kind of understand a little bit now, honestly.
That's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. It is not irrelevant. Don't be like that, Voltaire. That is not irrelevant.
You're gonna get Mac canceled again.
I think I'm blushing a little bit already. Okay, let's check out her video.
I haven't watched the whole thing.
This is at Voltaire's request. Judge him, not me. All right, let me turn up the volume. I want to hear what she has to say.
Okay.
That's what I want to hear. Okay.
He sucks, right?
Whoa! Shouldn't have turned up the volume that much. Wow, I didn't know she was going. I didn't know she was going to be that loud right at the beginning.
You didn't know she was going Super Saiyan.
Yes, she's going Super Saiyan right at the beginning. Okay. Oh, come on, Zeno. I like mint salad as well.
Now, I fucking hate it. First of all, why is there even an Ahsoka? I saw a little bit fucking screenshots of it. I haven't.
Language, mint salad. Sheesh. It's going to get me demonetized.
I don't think she pops out of that shirt in this video. I'm pretty sure she doesn't.
Oh, good.
Seen it, and it looks like trash. It fucking looks like trash. Why is there a fucking Luke Skywalker there? Fucking Mark Hamill from like what?
What? Mark Hamill didn't even get paid for the. This is for
She's talking about Disney Star Wars. Yeah, this is Boba Fett, but she's saying don't watch Disney Star Wars in general. Is her point?
Yes. No, I agree. That's why I appreciate her too. She's very open with what she has and body positivity. Yes. I'm gonna show some body positivity right now as well. I'm not afraid to show. Look, there's like one.
No, she does know movies too. She goes on she's been on another.
Here you go, Zeno.
YouTuber.
There you go.
That one chest there.
One chest here, you don't even know, bro. I gotta get sponsored by Manscaped. I don't listen to Awesome. We'll have to bring Voltaire on. Voltaire's gonna have some questions. Awesome. Cool. Oh, come on, be nice, Zeno. I don't want to. Come on, bro.
I can't believe he's calling out on that.
All right, let's hear. Mark Hamill didn't even get paid. He was replaced. All right, I'm covering up.
And he was in Return of the Jedi. Now, don't do that. There is no.
Well, basically, she's doing the thing that hate ragers do on you. I think she's having fun with it. You know, she's doing the thing what hate ragers are doing about Disney Star Wars.
Sure.
Ray says that she's known her for over a year. She's seen way more movies than all of us.
Yes,
I bet.
she reviews a lot of stuff. I think I follow her on X as well, and she reviews everything. It says mint salad, Saw, you know, and I think she likes VHS as well.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Now you brought Max's interest, and I'm interested as well.
I know you're interested.
I want to hear her takes on the Snyderverse and also her takes on DC as a whole.
Yes,
as a
all
brand.
right.
Fucking reason to.
Oh man, she's getting me demonetized. If I would have known there'd be so many F-bombs, I wouldn't have played it though.
Yeah, I thought you'd watched it. The clip.
I didn't watch it
Okay.
at the time.
Watch any of the Star Wars past the first three. The prequels is just a Star Trek ripoff done poorly.
What? Now I'm upset with her. The prequels are amazing, mint salad. The prequels are amazing.
Say it as Jar Jar.
Where's Brian when you need him?
Okay, they're trying to do the whole political thing. No, not in Star Wars. Star Wars is not about politics. Even the sixth one is ruined by the CGI that they added. And
That's not wrong. That's not wrong. The Empire Strikes Back special edition is legit. The stuff they added there was so good. The Return of the Jedi, that was the worst.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shoot, my computer's running slow.
the Ewoks, first of all, the Ewoks make no practical sense.
No, you've gone too far. No,
well, that's their favorite movie. Because of the
No.
Ewoks. That's their favorite of the
I
Star Wars.
love the Ewoks. I
Who
love
doesn't?
the Ewoks.
I love the Ewoks.
No, you're right, Anthony. She has that. Utmost respect, but I am going. This is going to be my thumbnail. Please, Claudia, can you get that for me? Mint salad has gone too far.
1 second.
Please screenshot that for me.
That's really good, actually. If you bring her up,
Mint salad has gone too far with her Ewok hate. I will not stand for this. The Ewoks are amazing. Yes, they have two movies. Did you screenshot that?
Yes, I am
Okay.
sending you.
All right,
I'm sending
thank
you via
you.
private DMs.
I am
right
very
now.
upset with mint salad. This is where I can't take it anymore.
Where's your DMs?
Wow. Ewoks. I now I have to see what else she has to say.
How are you going to destroy the Empire using rocks and sticks?
Yes, that's great.
well, that's valid, actually.
Well, I'm not. Well, listen, I have done some of my YouTube career with a helmet on. It is hard to do anything with those things on. So throwing rocks where their peripherals are all messed up because they're wearing a stormtrooper out is it's very,
Max, I've just sent you Twitter DM with the
Okay,
screenshot.
thank you. I like that they took him out with rocks and sticks. That was very,
They have guns. They have lasers. How the hell does the fucking Ewoks stop the Empire and destroy the second Death Star? Why the fuck is there a
Holy crap! This video, by the way, I told you had 6. I just checked. It's got 15.8 million views now.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta get her on, Max.
I'm gonna have to clip this. This might save my channel. I'm gonna have to clip out. Actually, this is kind of interesting too. Take another screenshot of this just in case.
This is really good, actually.
Okay, I'll take another screenshot. of
Whoever's doing this for her videos or she's doing it, it's really good. This is actually very good.
Yes,
that. Okay, I'm doing another screenshot.
And then do not send the link to my wife, please, because she'll be like, "What are you doing?"
No, I'm not sending you the link to your wife.
But, it's obviously
No.
a bit, but like it's not easy to get 15.8 million views. I give
No,
people credit for that.
congrats. She had a viral video. It's
I
amazing.
mean, when I sent this to Max earlier today, it had 6.5 million views. I sent it to you today, right? Yeah. That's amazing.
Yes, exactly. Strange Marvel Theories. They covered this with Taika Waititi. That they're horrible shots. That's how the Ewoks won with sticks and rocks.
Zito, don't be so cynical, buddy. Come on.
Thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Rhea. I really appreciate that. Yes, we want to have an interview, especially this new sensational star, Mint Salad, with her amazing viral video.
She does know movies. She goes on another channel with this guy Lorenzo Areola and watches movies with him. And she's actually she does.
And we got Mint Salad's new #1 fan, Voltaire.
I've known her. Rhea introduced me to her.
Yes. All right.
Formally.
Second Death Star! Don't you learn from the first?
Now I agree with you there, Mint. I agree with you there. Don't you learn? Yes, the Death Star ridiculousness drove me insane.
Fucking movie where fucking Lucas destroys it so easily. Why are you making a second one? That's just a waste of resources.
You're right.
There's no reason to watch any of the fucking Star Wars shows. There's no reason.
No. There's lots of reasons. I think actually, Mint Salad. I don't. I got to watch more of your reviews. But I think you might actually enjoy Ahsoka. I really do. There's lots of reasons to watch the shows because they're somewhat better than the movies that are coming out.
The only Star Wars you need to watch the first three.
No.
And also the other comics that Disney disavowed once they started making the sequels. Oh, let's just screw over the fans. Fuck you, Disney.
I actually like that take a lot.
Yes, that's exactly why now I understand why she got the viral tube, her hot take. F you, Disney. F you, Disney. Yes.
Wow.
Man, she is going to blow up as a ranter if she did more of these. Like, the thing is, she could just do, if she was a lesser YouTuber, she would just, the people that just rant about nonsense all the time. She's doing kind of like a parody type thing too, I think here, but she actually reviews things and, tries to. So that's the problem with YouTube. Jesus.
I can't believe there's an actual someone that says this much as me.
All right, let's see what else. There's still so much has happened in this short clip. So much has happened.
Indeed.
You're ruining literally everything. There are good films that exist, not Disney.
That's true. There are good films that exist that are not Disney. Yeah.
First of all, Disney butchered Scarlett Johansson's tits and fucking.
Whoa, that is a crime.
Whoa.
Wait a second. What did they do? What did Disney do to Scarlett Johansson?
Whatever she did to them, they did to her boobs. I'm against it.
I am so against whatever happened to Scarlett Johansson's. Yes. And I don't even understand where she's going there.
I think Mint Salad's choice of wardrobe is excellent here.
I know that's when I saw this in my DM. I'm like, oh, Voltaire. I know what you want me to work.
Wow,
but this is the first I'm hearing this. Let's start a campaign to save Scarlett Johansson from Disney.
Marvel movies right after they bought it. Oh, no more tits. All it's CGI.
Wait. Let's examine this. No, that's not accurate.
Scarlett Johansson doesn't like those original boob. Scarlett Johansson herself has said that they emphasized her body too much in the early parts of her career with Marvel. So
Iron Man 2.
Right. She's right.
Yeah, in Iron Man 2 particularly.
I think Scarlet the Black Widow was fine the whole time. I had no issues with Scarlet.
Not exactly, but when.
Oh yeah, they overdid certain aspects in Iron Man 2 for sure. They even had her fling her hair, but they had Jason Momoa do that in Aquaman, and
she's not happy about it apparently now. Yeah,
but I actually thought they did something diabolical. I don't think this is diabolical, Mint.
Well, it's diabolical in Mint Salad's opinion, not emphasizing
Hey,
them anymore.
let's get rid of the fucking tits. Oh, let's make it more
They should
family
never get rid of them, though.
friendly. Fuck you. Fuck you. Iron Man and the other ones that she's in. Oh yeah, those are good because of all the jiggle tits. Now there's none of that.
I do want more of that. Yes, I agree with Mint.
Sure.
Absolutely. Who here agrees with Mint about more jiggling?
Yeah. I stand with Jiggle Tits.
That came out wrong, Voltaire.
No, it did not. That's exactly how he intended it.
That's what I meant. I meant what I said. I'm not afraid to say it either. I'm brave enough to say that.
You're on MME.
Look at Max. Look at Max. His glasses fell off.
Here on MME, we survived the mint salad hot take. And save the, what do you call it, Voltaire? Save the
MME?
No. Save the jiggle.
Oh, save the Jiggle Tits.
That's what we learned here.
Hashtag save the Jiggle Tits. Stop doing this to women, everybody. I'm against it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did. I saw those shots. I mean, in context, I didn't.
You casually noticed them.
I mean, there's not a
Yeah,
reason I
Yeah.
like VCR so much with pausing and roll. No.
Don't get yourself into more trouble.
Well,
man.
good. I'm glad you like that. I sent it to you because I legitimately thought it would be an
Hilarious.
interesting video. She's got hot takes that
It was very interesting. Very.
Mhm.
Extremely interesting. Thank you.
No,
Zeno.
it's not as easy. No, come on, stop it.
It's not as easy. It's definitely a thumbs up from you because that
I
was
know.
entertaining.
I survived. Here. If you're gonna say this, I survived the mint salad hot take. Save the Ewoks. Good night, everyone. End stream.
For her 15.
I don't know where to go after that. I really don't know where to end. I don't know where to go after that. Bye.
Well, we covered it on a late